Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's so good to have you here. Not sure what's happening with, oh, there we go. Okay, sorry. Oh yeah, it's me and technology. Happy Monday. Thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate it. Hi, Cindy. It's good to see you here, my dear. And Gear, wonderful to have you sharing your love and light with us all. We very much appreciate it. So for those of you who are here and don't know about Mother's Retreat coming up this weekend, if you're not on the mailing list, I encourage you to go over to our website, belovedpublications.com, and check out the retreat and see if it resonates with you and if you'd like to attend. It's happening online this week, starting Thursday, December 2nd, and running through Sunday, December 5th. And that is in Pacific US time. We start Thursday afternoon, I think 2 o'clock. I haven't looked at the schedule in a little bit, and then ends around 1 o'clock on Sunday, the 5th. And everything's going to be recorded, all the video, all the audio. So if you can't attend some or all of the live sessions, it's all happening. It's all going to be recorded. Oh my gosh, look at all this. Hello, Karen. Hi, Branislav. Good to see you all here. I'm glad you got this notification too. Yay for notifications. Some apps it's good to have them on for, and some it's just annoying. So I'm glad this notification worked out. I'm so glad, Karen, so glad you're loving these, because I'm certainly loving doing them. So I would love to see, for those of you who have not signed up yet for the retreat, would just love to see you there. It's going to be so fantastic. She's teaching on the nature of consciousness, embracing the void. And I know that this is going to be a deeply powerful experience. And Mother has an incredible ability to take people very deep inside themselves for discovery and revelation, and really learning how to love the parts of ourselves that we've been rejecting classically for most of our lives. Somehow she weaves it all in a way that there's this willingness that becomes present within us to just be at peace with who we are and what we've done or what we haven't done, what we said, what we haven't said, what's happening in the world, what's not happening in the world. She really helps us to come to peace with what is in the moment and discover the power, the empowerment that is there for each of us. And so I invite you all, if you haven't already signed up, I invite you to do so, because it's just going to be fantastic. And if I do say so myself, Mother's community is pretty darn awesome. It is always such a community of love and support and big, generous hearts. And well, you feel it here on the YouTube channel, but this is just a little taste of it. And the last thing that I wanted to say before we dive in is, because we are doing the retreat this week and it starts on Thursday, I'm only going to be doing the morning meditation. Well, we're calling it daily meditation now, because people in so many different time zones are participating, but also listening to it later. So it's really Mother's daily meditation. I'm only going to do that tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday. For me, it's 6:45 a.m. live. in Pacific US time. And I won't be doing it on Thursday and Friday this week because of the retreat. But then next Monday, I'll pick up and have a regular week. I'll do the live stream on Monday and then the live meditation on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that is the scoop. And again, thank you all for joining us this morning, and let's dive in. Hello, beloved ones. It is wonderful to be with you today. I thank you for joining me, for giving of your time, your effort, your attention and focus. It is a wonderful gift, and I receive it in love. So today I want to talk about being a highly sensitive person and or an empath, psychic medium, whatever your sensitivities are. I want to focus on that in relation to the holidays that are coming up for many of you around the world. Traditions are a wonderful thing. Whether they are religious traditions, whether they are family traditions, whether they are community traditions or your country's traditions, these can be wonderful. And why are they wonderful? Because they can create a structure in which your community, your country, your family can operate. And they can be important in significant other relationships, friendships. There are all kinds of holidays and celebrations that are special to you. And there is strength in tradition when people come together in community to celebrate, to mourn, to engage, to connect. Holidays and traditions can be a way in. When people have been estranged, or there are problems in the family or community or relationship, sometimes those traditions, those holidays can be the glue that keeps the family, the community coming together. When everyone would like to just throw in the towel, run away, not be a part of things, or keep fighting, even in the midst of world wars, there is often an agreed upon ceasefire on Christmas Day. Now that carries a lot of significance. There is energy woven into these holidays, these traditions, that whether you acknowledge it or not, play a role within your psyche, within your body, your energy field. It's a part of you. And it can be especially difficult for those of you that are highly sensitive. If you are very close to your emotional self, your spiritual self, your energetic self, and those aspects in others, it can be problematic to celebrate, to be a part of these traditions, whether you are with people or whether you are alone. Many people all over the world struggle with deep separation and loneliness during these times of holiday or traditions. And this is throughout the year, not just now, but at this time of year, there is a pretty big amount of people that have similar traditions or celebrations and traditions that are around this time in the calendar year. And for some of you, it can be equally problematic, whether you are with people or alone. And it can be equally wonderful, whether you are with people or you are alone. So it's not so much the holiday or the tradition itself, but it's your relationship with it. And I bring all this up today to offer to you one more way for you to learn how to take care of yourself as you move through your life, as you choose to expand, and most importantly, as you choose love. So the most loving thing you might do for yourself is to participate in these traditions. And the most loving thing might be to not participate, or to participate a little bit, or maybe just a medium size. But it is very important for you to understand your relationship to these holidays, these traditions, what they really mean for you. And it's okay if they mean something different than what they were originally created to focus on or to celebrate. For example, Christmas is celebrated all over the world as the birth of Jesus Christ, my son, in our last human lifetimes, a very, very long time ago. But you personally may not have that relationship with Jesus, with the Christ energy. Even though it's always having a relationship with you, you may not choose to have a relationship with it. And so to celebrate the birth of such really holds no enjoyment. There is a sense that somehow this doesn't resonate with you. But other aspects of the traditions and the celebrations might very well resonate with you. And you may want to, just for fun, research the history of your holidays, your traditions, the true history, right? Not the made up one, like with the Thanksgiving holiday in the United States, that this for the native peoples of that land is a day of mourning, because the mythology around that feast is wildly divergent from the truth of what really happened. And so maybe as a highly sensitive person, your discomfort, your problems with certain holidays and traditions are because you can feel the hypocrisy. You can feel the mythology that people are clinging to. You can feel that parts of it are good, but other parts feel false to you. And so there is this churning inside of you, where part of you wants to participate and another part of you dreads it, right? So sometimes having the knowledge of what you are in fact choosing to align yourself with, to celebrate for, of, can give you better discernment abilities to decide, how do you want to celebrate? What does it mean? Do you just want to really focus on family, on your community? Do you want to use that time to tell a story of love? That if you look at a lot of these celebrations and traditions, at the heart of them, and this is a common thread, it is communities celebrating overcoming adversity. The adversity of starvation and decimation. The adversity of being hunted. Escaping persecution. Honoring one's ancestors who fought for the rights that you hold today. Those that struggled so you don't have to. Traditionally, human beings need these kinds of celebrations. They need to be reminded that you are stronger together. And what is oftentimes infused within the celebration or the tradition is that not only are you stronger together, but you thrive when you are not battling others. Other states, other countries, other communities, other religions, other traditions. That historically these celebrations, these holidays, are here to remind you of the cost of hate, the cost of persecution, the cost of war. To remind you that love, community, unity, right? Community is commune, unity, community. That is how you thrive. And the celebration is a remembrance that we are thriving because at one time we were not. We almost didn't make it. Or this individual almost didn't make it. Or this group of people almost didn't make it. This entire nation of people almost didn't make it. But here you are, able to celebrate, come together to feast, whatever your tradition is. Whether it is as simple as lighting a candle. For someone like yourselves who are on a spiritual path, the surface of your holidays, your traditions, will not satisfy you. They will not fulfill you. You need to go deeper. And even if it turns out on the outside, when you get together with your family, it's just really food and football, or food and gifts and football, or lighting a few candles and food and some gifts, right? You need to make it more for yourself. Because as you evolve spiritually, every day you will want to spend in the deeper energy of love, rather than just the surface energy that might satisfy others, but does not satisfy you. So take the time for yourself. Explore your holidays. How do you really want to spend them? And if you don't want to be alone, then utilize this as a wonderful exercise of stepping outside of your comfort zone, discovering others who might want to spend the holiday time the way you do. Maybe you don't really, you're not so interested in a religion, but you love music. And so if there are any traditional concerts, performances, go and attend those. Ask your friends, the people you know, even your family. Can we reevaluate this holiday? Can we add maybe one thing that brings a little more depth? Maybe you begin your holiday with just looking into each other's eyes around the table and speaking about what you love about the people that are sitting with you in the room. And even if you don't know them, if they are a guest of someone else, just to say, welcome. I don't know you, but I would like to, because you are special to someone I love. Ask for what you need in your traditions, in your holidays. If you need depth, if you need communion, that sense of unity, come up with something small and easy that you can introduce to your family, your friends, your community, to say, can we try this? It would mean so much to me. Or sit back and look at your traditions as they are unfolding with new eyes. As a highly sensitive person, you will always need to discover the way through that supports you. You cannot thrive when you go through the motions that others have set down and never question whether they are right for you or not. They might be. But if you don't take the time to discover that for yourself, then what you may find is that you miss out on the energy that is present to empower you, your family, your community. These traditions carry power, just like traditional prayers, traditional songs. They have a power in your culture, your community. And when they are shared from love, from the heart, they empower others. So at this time of year, give yourself the gift of discovery. Embrace what feels right for you and let go with love of what doesn't. I know it's sometimes hard to believe or understand. But if you stop and pause and look deeply enough, no matter where you are or what is happening, you will find love, even in the worst and most horrific moments that humans and your planet endures. There is love waiting to be received, waiting to be freed. Waiting to show you a different way. I love you, and I'm with you always, my beloved children. Namaste. Hmm. Wonderful. I just, I can't wait to start researching. Yes, I agree, Kier. I agree. It is an unburdening. I have a just a quick story. I did that for myself long time ago with Thanksgiving here in the U.S. I stopped celebrating it traditionally. One, because for me personally, it's not a good, if any of you have read my book, Mother Mary's Pathway to Love, you know my history with my food addiction. And so it's just not really a great idea for me to involve myself with anything where, food is the big focus for the day. And then once I did just found out the history, the real actual history of um, Thanksgiving and the way that the native peoples of the United States, the way they feel about it, I just was able to walk away from it. So what I made it for myself was a day of gratitude. And I classically do a hike with a meditation out in nature. It's sort of like one of my big hikes, and spending like a lot of the day out in nature. And just being so grateful for all the things and the people that I have in my life, and all the things and the people that I don't have in my life. And it is, yeah, I've just made it a whole day of gratitude. It's just another day as far as food goes. I don't make a big feast. And that has worked really, really well for me, with zero deprivation or feeling like, oh, I'm missing out, or, all of that. And just really, yeah, I made it my own long time ago, and it's been a wonderful thing for me. So but I have not really taken the time to do it with any of the other holidays and traditions. So I'm looking forward to diving into all of that. Thank you so much for joining us today. It was wonderful to be with you, and maybe I'll feel your energy, your presence in some of the morning meditations this week, or the daily meditations. And I'm very excited that I get to be with many of you this weekend for Mother's Retreat. So, thank you so much. Have a